What is up, guys? X Infamous Shots bringing you a gameplay commentary for Black Ops on Domination Villa. I am using the PSG with, I think, Scavenger, Steady Aim, and Marathon. And the main thing I wanted to talk about in this commentary is my new series and how I'm going to be starting that and when all my episodes will be coming out. I will be uploading a commentary most likely once a week, and the reason for this, I mean, it's not that much, but the reason for this is because I don't actually record my games. My friend records them for me, and I will link his YouTube in the description because it has been really helpful, and hopefully you can get a few more subjects going really quickly. And yeah, so I don't actually record the games. I get someone to record it for me, and it can be annoying having to constantly record games over and over. So I've decided once a week shouldn't be really annoying for him, and it should still be enough to entertain all my amazing subscribers that I have. And yeah, so this commentary, I will be starting the series, and I'm going to be talking about a couple of my favorite guns and my favorite perks and why I like to use those perks and those guns. The first gun I want to talk about is the MP5K. Now, a lot of people use the MP5K. Well, lately I've been noticing a lot of people using the MP5K, and I find that it's probably one of the best submachine guns, and I find it to be actually better than the AK-74U once you get used to it. And if you throw, say, rapid fire attachment on there, it kills people really quickly, and you can just pretty much mow down groups of enemies in just a really short amount of time, and it is really useful. Now, the perks that I would recommend when using the MP5K rapid fire is if you're playing Search and Destroy or something with a one life, you could use, I guess, any first perk, because you're not going to use that much ammo in one round, and it refills every round anyway. So, but in any other game mode that would go for obviously a longer period of time, I would suggest using Scavenger or Scavenger Pro if you have it, because the rate of fire on the MP5K with rapid fire is really quick, and it just swallows up all your ammo in pretty much absolutely no time. So it is a pretty much needed perk, and if you don't have it, then you're gonna have to pick up other guns, and you're not gonna be used to those guns, and you're gonna not probably go as well as you could. For second perk, I would suggest using Sleight of Hand or Sleight of Hand Pro if you have the Pro version of the perk. It's a great perk, especially on submachine guns, for the fact that you can reload really quickly, and with a submachine gun you're going to be up close into the sort of heat of the battle. So that advantage of reloading quickly, and then for the Pro perk to be able to scope in very quickly is obviously an added advantage, and it's very useful. And the last perk, I would suggest Marathon or Marathon Pro. The reason for this being, Marathon Pro infinite run can get you around the map very, very quickly, and you don't need lightweight like you would in Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, so they're the main perks that I would use pretty much with any submachine gun with rapid fire, but that's just my opinion. So for assault rifles, I would recommend using maybe something along the lines of a FAMAS or a Commando, just because they're powerful and they have very good accuracy, or maybe even the AUG. And on assault rifles, I either use a red dot sight, or I will throw on extended mags. And this is because I find if there's a lot of times where there's a lot of enemies around you, and the standard 30 rounds or in your clip will not really do the job for you. So I like having the extra 15-20 rounds just so I can maybe take out a few more enemies before I get killed myself. And so the main perks for these, you could use any first perk again, but still I would use either Lightweight, Hardline, or Scavenger Pro. Second perk would have to be Sleight of Hand, and third perk would have to be Marathon for the same reasons that I just stated before with the MP5K. So shotguns, the Stakeout is probably the best choice with grip, just because it's easy to get around with, it's accurate, and it's strong, it's effective at close range. So if you're playing on a small map, I'd suggest using that. And I would have Lightweight, Sleight of Hand or Steady Aim, and probably Marathon. Again, most of my classes will have Marathon on them, but don't. That's just my opinion. You don't have to follow. If it doesn't work for you, you don't have to use it. So, for sniper rifles, the L96 is probably better if you're gonna sit back and sort of stay in one place. And if you're gonna run around and sort of rush snipe, I'd suggest using the PSG just because it is semi-auto and it is much. If you get into a sort of a tight spot, you can spray. And I know that sounds very newbie, but it's helpful and it makes a difference when you have a gun that you can shoot quickly. Perks, if you're gonna be camping, I'd say Scavenger, Scout, or Sleight of Hand and Marathon. But if you're going to be running around, I'd say probably Lightweight, Sleight of Hand or Steady Aim. Steady Aim would be a really good perk to have if you're going to be running around sort of quick scoping, and Marathon again. What else have I missed anything? LMGs. I don't really use LMGs, but from what I know and from what I have used, the best one is probably the M60 with grip, and it is a very powerful gun. It is good at medium to long range, I would say. So if you're going to have a small map, do not use the M60 unless you're very confident with it. And I would, for this gun, because it has such a big magazine anyway, I think it's about 100 bullets in one magazine. I would probably not use Scavenger. I would use something more like Hardline, just because it takes people down so quickly, and it'd be really easy to get your kill streaks if you had the M60 with Hardline. And second perk would have to be Sleight of Hand Pro. Now the reason for this is because LMGs have a very, well, not a very slow, but a much lower reload time than any other guns. And for last perk, of course, Marathon Pro. Now this game is about to wrap up, and so is this commentary, and I will be bringing one video a week, and I promise you all that, at least, one commentary that is. And if you did like my commentary, please take the time to like the video, and possibly favorite, comment, and please subscribe. And I am begging you, please subscribe.